Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers suggest Jason Morgan's Steve Burton has settled in quite nicely at the Quartermaine estate. It seems as though he's comfortable there, and he's been able to keep his dangerous professional life separate from his home life with Danny Morgan, Asher Antonison. Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, was far from pleased when his twin brother moved home, and he still has every reason to worry that Jason taking up residence at the mansion could prove problematic for him. The only hope Drew has of keeping his aspiring relationship with Willow Corinthos, a Caitlin McMullen, on track is if his secret tryst with Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, stays under wraps. Unfortunately for Drew, rumor has it that Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, and Ned Quartermaine Wally Kurth may soon lay their cards on the table with Jason, an apparent new ally since he told Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, he won't go against Monica Quartermaine, a Leslie Charleson, and take Sonny's grandchildren from the compound. Will Tracy's and Ned's newfound respect for Jason spell the end of romance for Drew and Willow? Viewers were every bit as stunned as Tracy was when Jason told Sonny he was sorry, and emphasized that while he knew the gravity of his decision and what it meant for Michael Corinthos, a Chad Duell family, he still couldn't take Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver, and Amela Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Mork Mako, away from Monica. Jason Morgan, a character from the popular daytime soap opera General Hospital, has long been a fan favorite due to his complex relationships, unwavering sense of duty, and the moral conflicts that define much of his journey. One of the central themes of his storyline involves his deep-rooted loyalty to the Quartermaine family, a legacy that has led to a number of fascinating dynamics. However, this loyalty to the Quartermaines has often found Jason at a crossroads with various other characters, particularly Drew Cain and Willow Tate. The question arises, could Jason's fierce loyalty to the Quartermaines doom Drew and Willow? In analyzing the situation, it's crucial to first explore the history of Jason's relationship with the Quartermaine family, the development of his bonds with Drew and Willow, and how these relationships interact with one another. As we dive deeper, we'll consider whether Jason's commitment to the Quartermaines puts him in a precarious position where his actions could endanger those he cares about. Jason Morgan and the Quartermaine legacy. Jason Morgan was originally introduced as a young man raised in the prestigious Quartermaine family. As a member of one of Port Charles' wealthiest and most influential families, Jason's life was initially shaped by his connection to the Quartermaines, but his journey would soon veer in a different direction. Jason was tragically injured in a car accident, which led to his amnesia and a dramatic shift in his life. Once a promising young man, Jason became embroiled in the dangerous and shadowy world of organized crime. Despite his turn towards the mob and his separation from the Quartermaine family legacy, Jason's connection to the Quartermaines never truly dissolved. His relationship with his mother, Monica, his sister, Emily, and even his cousin, Alan, remained a critical part of his life. However, as Jason's life became increasingly dominated by his ties to the criminal underworld, he found himself constantly at odds with the values and expectations of his family. While Jason's devotion to his family was unwavering, his loyalty to the Quartermaines became more complicated as he pursued a life of crime. His decision to work as a bodyguard, and later as a key figure in the Corinthos organization, placed him at odds with the more traditional values of the Quartermaines. This friction was particularly evident in his relationship with his father, Edward Quartermaine, who disapproved of Jason's choices and his involvement in the criminal world. However, Jason never severed his ties to the family entirely, despite the obvious tension. In many ways, his loyalty to the Quartermaines, especially to Monica, became a core part of his identity. Even though he was no longer an active participant in the family's business ventures, Jason always sought to protect his loved ones, even at great personal cost. Drew Cain, the other Quartermaine son. Drew Cain, introduced later in the series, was revealed to be Jason's long-lost twin brother. Drew's introduction into the General Hospital universe added a new dynamic to the Quartermaine family, as Drew initially had no memory of his previous life as Jason's sibling. As Drew's past unfolded, he found himself navigating the complex relationships within the Quartermaine family, including the tension between him and Jason, What makes Drew's position in this story particularly interesting is the contrast between his upbringing and Jason's. While Jason was raised with the Quartermaines and later chose a life of crime, Drew was raised outside of the family due to the switch that had occurred after the twins were born. As a result, Drew's connection to the Quartermaines was not as rooted in the same legacy that Jason had. Drew was more focused on doing the right thing, trying to lead a life of honor and integrity. Despite their differences, Jason and Drew shared a bond as brothers, a bond that was tested on several occasions. Drew's decision to get involved with the Quartermaines, even as an outsider, placed him in a complicated position, as he was often caught between loyalty to his family and his personal desire to live a more ethical life. Drew's relationship with Jason became strained when Jason's ties to the criminal world began to overshadow his sense of morality. Drew's desire to forge a path outside the family business clashed with Jason's reluctance to sever ties with the Quartermaines entirely. Jason, for his part, always appeared to be protective of Drew, though there were moments when he was less than understanding of Drew's choices. The friction between them created an underlying tension, one that would only grow more complicated as the years passed. Willow Tate. A new life, new loyalties. Willow Tate, another central character in the General Hospital universe, became intricately woven into the lives of Jason, Drew, and the Quartermaines. Willow initially came into the story as a quiet, self-sacrificing individual who was largely focused on her work as a teacher. However, her life took a significant turn when she became romantically involved with Michael Corinthos, a member of the influential Corinthos family, and a close associate of Jason. Willow's initial connection to the Quartermaines was through her relationship with Michael, as she became part of the extended Quartermaine family. Willow also developed a bond with Monica, who became a surrogate mother figure to her. Despite this familial connection, Willow's relationship with Jason was initially marked by distance. While Jason respected Willow as Michael's partner, their relationship was not particularly deep at first. However, as Willow's role in the story grew, her bond with Jason strengthened, especially when they both found themselves navigating the complex world of the Quartermaines and the challenges that came with it. Willow's journey took a dramatic turn when she discovered her own family secrets, leading her to unravel connections that would intertwine her fate with that of the Quartermaines even further. Willow's evolving role in the Quartermaine family created additional layers of tension for Jason. Though he trusted her and cared for her, Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines sometimes conflicted with his growing affection for Willow. His protective instincts toward the Quartermaines would often place him at odds with Willow, particularly when it came to making decisions about the family's future and protecting their interests. The intersection of loyalties, Jason, Drew, and Willow. The crux of the drama in this particular narrative lies in the intersection of Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines and his evolving relationships with Drew and Willow. As Jason navigates his role within the Quartermaine family, he finds himself increasingly torn between his commitment to his family's legacy and his desire to protect those he cares about, including Drew and Willow. Jason's history with the Quartermaines, especially his ties to Monica and his father Edward, means that he will always prioritize family above all else. This unwavering loyalty has the potential to create tension in his relationships with Drew and Willow, as both of them are outside the inner circle of the Quartermaines to some degree. Drew, despite being a biological Quartermaine, is not as deeply involved in the family's dealings and struggles as Jason is. Willow, on the other hand, is an outsider entirely, though she is increasingly connected to the Quartermaines by virtue of her relationship with Michael. Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines has been both a strength and a weakness throughout the years. On one hand, it has made him a reliable and steady presence within the family, someone who can be counted on in times of crisis. However, this same loyalty has also led to difficult decisions that have strained his relationships with people outside the family. For example, Jason's history with the Corinthos organization has caused him to prioritize the business and family above personal relationships, a pattern that has alienated people like Drew and Willow at times. Drew, being the more morally driven of the two brothers, is constantly at odds with Jason's ties to the criminal world. Drew's desire to build a better life outside of the Quartermaine and Corinthos' influence often clashes with Jason's more pragmatic approach to family obligations. This divergence in values creates a rift between the brothers, and Jason's refusal to fully distance himself from the family business threatens Drew's sense of what is right. Willow, too, finds herself caught in a delicate balance between her loyalty to Michael and her growing affection for the Quartermaine family. While she is deeply invested in her relationship with Michael and her place within the family, Willow also has her own sense of ethics and desires to do what is best for her future. Jason's influence on the family dynamic could jeopardize her ability to carve out a peaceful life, especially as Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines sometimes blinds him to the needs and desires of others. Conclusion: does Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines doom Drew and Willow? As the storylines continue to unfold on General Hospital, it remains clear that Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines is both a strength and a liability. His unwavering commitment to family has defined much of his character, but it has also created situations where his relationships with Drew and Willow have been placed in jeopardy. The friction between Jason's criminal ties and Drew's desire for a different life, as well as Willow's struggle to balance her loyalty to Michael with her own sense of self, indicates that Jason's loyalty to the Quartermaines may indeed have profound consequences. Will Jason's devotion to the Quartermaines continue to tear apart his relationships with Drew and Willow? Will he find a way to reconcile his loyalty to his family with his desire to protect those he cares about? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the intersection of these complex loyalties will undoubtedly drive the drama on General Hospital for years to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.